So I'm back, of course, with more Deku's raiden. Um, so sorry I haven't been recording for the past 5 days. I've been busy a bit, and I think this may be the only video I can record this week because it's Thanksgiving and Black Friday, and work has been work, and you all know how those types of life things will happen. But I didn't want to leave you guys without at least one video this week. Hopefully I can do it on Saturday, perhaps. Maybe Friday if I can. I'm not sure, I'll see. It will most likely be Toph, so to those who really wanted to see Toph again, you're welcome. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started. We begin with Deku waking up. He sees that Melissa is not in bed with him, which she had been for the past few days. Melissa? So, she got up to eat, right? Thanks, Wolf. Were you connected about a concern about her? Which her whereabouts were? I guess I was a little. Well, she is currently at UA cafeteria for breakfast. You want to come with? Very well. I shall come and watch you eat. They both walk to the cafeteria and see several students there too, eating as well, but just eyes on him and Wolf for the most part, which makes him a bit uncomfortable. The students appear to have not seen a techno-organic man in a wolf before. It's not common to see, even in the day of quirks. It is. Is it common to see a man with a box forehead? Fair enough. But for people to see a quirkless man turn into a cyborg? I do not understand why being quirkless is so weird. When of thousands of humans was completely quirkless before him. And quirks only have been around for at least 200 years. So from a biological point, a quirks are weird. It's how the world works, Wolf. The normal can become the unnormal, and the same goes around. Humanity is a curious, messy race. Yeah, it is. They see Melissa is eating breakfast. They walk over and say hi. Melissa. No, hey, Raiden. How was your sleep last night? It was good since the longest time. Well, I'm glad. Yeah. So, I was wondering if you wanted to go to our island with me, Raiden. Sure, what's the occasion? Well, it's my dad is hosting a party on it, and he sent me a ticket, and I was able to bring a +1, so I would like it to be you. Sure, but I don't need a suit, right? Oh, well, we can get you one on the island. Fine. Wolf, you're going to be alone here? Affirmative. I will be here with Nezu and Azaru, so it's not going to be that lonely. And while you are gone, I will finally beat Nezu in a game of chess. Well, good luck with that, Wolf. I know you can do it. So, Melissa pats Wolf's head. this is acceptable. You big softy, says the one who needs another person to sleep with you. From the information I gathered, that is a behavior of a human child under 5. Shut it! Melissa just laughs at this. Well, I'm going to get ready. We will leave in a few flights in a week. Alright then. See you later then. Alright, see ya. Melissa walks off. Why do I have the feeling you have what your humans call a crush on Melissa Shield? Huh? Shut it, Wolf. Honestly, hostile levels has increased. Defensive measures activated. Huh? No, deactivate defensive measures. Cautioning said accepted. That was a close one. Perhaps you shouldn't get aggressive or show violence before when someone simply for what they say. You're hanging out with Mina too much. You know that. Complaint process noted. Come on, let's go. Understand. 1 week later. Deku had some difficulties going through the airport security, but eventually he got through and made it to Island the day before canon time. They got off and they saw David waiting for them. Daddy! Melissa runs up and hugs him. Hey Melissa, my baby girl. How's you doing? I've been good. I've learned a lot of UA and Uncle All Might. Oh, and this is my friend Raiden. Hi there, Mr. Shield. So, Dave gives a temporary dad death glare, but it was quickly gone. Hello there. Right. It's nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you from Melissa. Deku and David shakes hand. Really? I never knew she talked about me so much. Oh yes, she acts as... Yes. Actually, I helped her with your repairs. So... Oh, well, thank you, Mr. David. So... Please, David is fine. Is no need to be so formal. Alright then, David. I'm glad I came. Well, anyways, come on. I have a room for you and Melissa. Alright then. So Deku and Melissa goes with David to the main Island building, where David took them to the top floor where they stayed at a penthouse. I hope you both like the view. It's the best view in Island. But anyways, bathrooms are over there, the bedrooms are over there. Oh, look at the time. I'll be right back. I need to go work, so enjoy your stay. And you both coming to dinner, right? We'll be there. Alright, see you later then. Oh, and don't have too much fun, if you catch my drift. Dad? Well, that just happened. Yeah, sorry about him. Still, she's blushing from David's comment. It's fine. That's kind of what parents' jobs do, is bear their kids, right? Yeah, I guess. So what's is there to do around here? Oh, well, there is a time trial where you can try to beat as many robots as possible, but the rest of the main exhibits and people make inventions and a lot of hero stuff. Alright, let's go then. And heck, maybe I can update my notes. I'm still lacking a few years behind on new hero information. Yeah, be your guide around since before I got my quirk, I was actually planning to study here to follow my dad's footsteps. So, so, I guess I can do that. Okay, well, let's go. Come on. So, Melissa grabs Deku's hand and would drag him off. Deku would be blushing at this moment, but he physically can't. So the doctor kindly reminds him. Raiden, what's wrong? Your heart rate just spiked. Nothing wrong. Ah, I see. You're just with Melissa. That would explain your increased level of dopamine, too. Deku's still thinking this. Stop monitoring my hormone levels. Sorry, Raiden, but it's my job to monitor your vitals and body. Plus, offer you assistance as well. Yes, I know. Just shut up, I'm fine. Very well, Raiden. Enjoy your date. Said the doctor turns off as Deku yells this part out. It's not a date! Well, what's that? Oh, nothing. Okay, come on then. So they walk around the living room, not living room, but island parts where several people are going through the lower levels. Hurry up, we got a day before our attack. So, his men start to work even faster as a woman strolls up beside him. Come on now, Wolfram. Do you really have to push your men? Sir, while I have my geckos, can do their work much faster. Robot just comes around with arms for legs as they go down there and carry crates. Much more faster and efficient than the men had. Why don't you do that sooner? Why didn't you just ask? She has the geckos make her a chair to hold her up. Why do you all want to come here anyways? A certain person of interest is here, and my employee wants him back. Whatever. Don't be jealous. It is just business with him. The woman strokes the Wolfram's chin and walks off. Whatever, I'll get paid and take you along with me later, Miss Droll. With Melissa and Deku. And that's how All Might costume was made. Standing in front of an All Might exhibit. Wow, I'm usually excited to see All Might stuff, but that was really boring. No, I feel bad for the people who are tour guides. But I have something that you might be more interested in. Yeah, what's that? So Deku grabs Melissa's hand and drags him on to the robot trial. Here. So Deku draws the sword. I think I'm gonna have some fun after all. Go crazy and see what time you can get. So Deku enters the test, and as soon as the announcer starts, he blazes past the robots, moving faster than they can calculate, slicing them into ribbons. As Deku puts his blade away, so they fall apart and the tallied up. Wow! With a time of 0.5 seconds, we have a hard competition to beat here, folks. The crowd is in awe and amazement as Deku walks back to Melissa. Well, you said a record no one can beat. Well, you can still try. Although I don't think you could. Oh, haha. Wipe that smug look off your face. It's my into your body that's let you move so fast. So technically, it's me who set that record too. That's just cheating. You can't do that. Oh, yes, I can. Ugh, come on. Let's get a drink or something. Alright. So Deku and Melissa headed to a store and get a few things, sat at a table and continued this little talk. After a while, Melissa and Deku got ready to eat with David. Why did you agree to this again? Did you really just ask that? Probably because I haven't seen my dad in months. And why wouldn't we have dinner with him? I mean, nothing better to do or eat apart from frozen chicken nuggets. Well, when you put it like that, but why am I here? This should be a family thing, not a daughter, dad, and a cyborg thing. Well, you're a good friend, and it would be rude to just leave you alone. It's fine, just go and spend time with your father. I have doctor. For better or worse. No, now come on. Melissa drags him off and Deku tries to get loose, but it was already too late. Ah, Melissa, raiden. You're here on time. Sees they're holding hands. So, what's going on there? Oh, nothing. It's not what you think. Raiden was just being stubborn as usual. And I had to take a more physical approach. I see. Well, come on. Let's eat. They all sit down and then Melissa sat across from each other. So, how's school's been going? It's going great, Dad. I'm glad to hear. So, Raiden, how about you? A bit awkward, but fine, I guess. I can't imagine, but ever since my lab assistant got hold of your specs, your new body, they've been going crazy in research. The technology you have on you, is amazing to say the least. Oh, really? No. Deku's thoughts? They're really studying my body? Yes, mainly to advance your prosthetic limbs or for common day civilians, weapon, and just banning any of the weapon using parts. Well, I'm glad my cybernetics can finally help people. Yep, well, anyway, it's a thing you'd like to talk about? Well, is there a chance that Jack the Ripper program you guys can remove from me never actually got removed? Well, the programs was a basic a separate personality, artificial mind. Although it was a very primitive program, only really doing what it's ordered to do and how it was programmed. So no, it should have been in your mind when we moved it. That should have been. So, the only way I can imagine it still being in your head is that the program was far more advanced than we first anticipated. But it's no longer the dormant mind just lying in wait, waiting to be turned on again. I see. Well, I think I'm just going to go to bed now then. Thank you for having me. Sure. Is he alright? Well, I don't know, really. He won't tell me and what's going on with him, but I can tell something is constantly bothering him. This was when Deku left, by the way, so sorry. So, well, maybe. So, does it have to do with the Jack the Ripper program? Because that's the only thing I can think of after him asking me that. Maybe. Well, let's just continue eating. I guess we can see about him later. Alright, then. Later never really happened, since Deku went straight to bed, but couldn't get any actual sleep since Jack kept laughing in his mind. Man, you really want to get rid of me that bad, don't you? And why would... you? You're just weak without me. Shut it. You want me to shut it? We're just having a civilized chat, aren't we? Face it, Izuku. The good doctor said it himself. The program was taken out. Even if it was still in here, you would just be so dormant. So face it, Izuku. You are Jack the Ripper. Shut it! I'm nothing like you! That's where you're wrong. When the time comes, you will become exactly like me. So, laughter fades away. Deku screams out in frustration. And as he does, Melissa rushes in. Raiden, are you right? I'm fine. Just a bad dream. Melissa walks over to Deku. What's going on, Raiden? It's nothing. He tries to look away, but Melissa grabs him by the head and makes him look at him. Raiden, there's something wrong with you. You can't sleep, you just screamed your lung out, making me worried. I can't help you if you don't tell me. So what's going on? At the most, you at least owe me that. So we have the most advanced facilities in the world. I can help you. Unless, facilities can't help me. Not when he's still in my head. Who? Please calm down and tell me. Who's in your head? Jack. Jack? Jack the Ripper. The Crow program. It manifests itself into me. Listen, I can't stop hearing his laughter. Things he made me do. The things I did. Hey, it's alright. No, it's not. What if he takes over? What if all those things I did and the lives I took, what if I enjoyed it all along? Then what? I'm just supposed to exist, accept the fact that I enjoy killing those people? That Melissa cuts him off, hugging him tightly. I don't know, Raiden. But if you just let us help you. So I'm sure we can. Deku just hugs back, but almost weeps, but can't. Because he physically can't. They stayed like that for the rest of the night, eventually falling asleep in each other's arms. The next day, Deku and Melissa took himself to the doctors to get checked up by the doctor and other scientists, but they were able to fully understand what was wrong. So they would do more research on the subject, but for now, there isn't any they could do at the moment. So Deku and Melissa just had to go on and hope that something comes up soon. So they try to find something to pass the time with by going to a restaurant. But as they do, they see Umuraka, Jiro, and Momo there. Oh, hey guys! Oh, Melissa, Raiden. What brings you here to our island? Well, we've been here since yesterday, and we were invited by my dad to visit while we were on break. Oh, well, that's nice. Yeah, is this a date thing, or does Raiden need some maintenance again? Oh, no, he's not here for maintenance. Mostly because I invited him. So, it is a date thing. No. It's not a date. Good. I was hoping to get a chance with her. As they turn to see Kaminari handing Deku his drink. Kaminari? Yeah, the one in as he was about to finish. Jiro stabs Kaminari with a shot with sending shockwaves into him. Ow! What was that for? For being a creep. Anyways, does that mean you and Raiden are going to the party tonight? Yes, we will. Great. How about we all go then? Well, you guys to go together without me. I don't have an invite. Well, I can give you a ticket if you want. Thank you! No worries. Melissa, I thought that was you and Raiden. Oh, hi, Ida. What are you all doing here? So, discussing about stuff and making plans to meet about the party later. Well then, I shall join you all today. Todoroki and Kirishima and Bakugo is here too. I'll find them and invite them as well along. Alright, the whole class is basically here. Well, Almost, but we all should get ready soon and meet up at the lobby. Sounds like a plan. Everyone splits up. Melissa, why do I have a bad feeling about this? I'm not sure, but if it's about the whole Jack thing, so the scientists and the doctors are working on it. I can't wait until the voice stops. So. Good luck. Unless you want a lobotomy and get rid of us both, there's no way to get rid of me. Well, no need to worry. We'll be so it will be gone soon, I promise. So, okay, thank you. So, no problem. Now let's get ready. Right. So Deku and Melissa get ready for the party and meet up with everyone. Deku is wearing a black suit made for him and conceal his cybernetics. Melissa was wearing what she does in canon, but as they all met up, the doors burst open in the expo room where a bunch of armed men runs in. The island system shut off and the heroes were captured as the Wolfram and Miss Stroll walked in. Alright, everyone. Now that we have your attention, we just want to tell you that we have taken control of the island system, the security system. And if you don't want the robots to think that there's innocent people are villains, no one will try anything. Am I understand? Everyone doesn't say anything, but they understand. Wolfram walks up to the stage. Good. And no one tries any heroics now. Got it? Wolfram kicks All Might to the ground. What do you want? Two things. One is a researcher who works here. And two is the Viper. Well, you'll never get either. Wolfram kicked All Might in the gut. I don't think you have much of an option, All Might. Is there a David shield here? Looks around. And a Jack the Ripper. David stands up. I'm David Shield. Good boy. Wolfram, you can do your job. I'll do mine. Very well. Wolfram walks over to David and drags him out of the room. Now then, All Might, can you tell me where Jack is at? Sir, Mistral curses his face. Never. I won't tell you anything. Mistral frowns at this. Very well then. She presses a button and several geckos comes out. Find him and stall him until I get to him. The geckos go through the several vents and get back with the others. Seems like they're looking for some kind of researcher to your father, Melissa. And they keep calling Raiden Jack the Ripper. So they must be working with people who want me back. Why are they what are they going to do? Take them out. We just need to get the security system working and back on our side. Then we can gain control back. What about you? They're after you too. Let them come. I'm dying to have some fun. I like the enthusiasm, but maybe turn down the creepy factor? Right, but let's go. Right, follow me. They follow Melissa, and since there's no Mineta, it's much easier to sneak around. But eventually they get to a greenhouse where Bakugo and Kirishima appears by the two villains. Like in canon, they started to fight, but Deku rushes in and cuts the skinny guy's hands off, making him quirkless. Then the guy was about to turn into a gorilla, but Bakugo uses the opportunity to blow him up into the wall, knocking him out. Great, we took care of it. Now we can. Before Deku could finish, Geku came down from the ceiling and starts to surround them all. Spoke too soon. What the hell are these things? No idea. But they don't look friendly. About to fight, but so Deku is about to fight, but the door opens up, revealing Mistral. Not another one. Oh, do you? Ah, Jack the Ripper and friends. Or do you prefer your real name? Deku tightens his grip on his sword. Seems I struck a nerve. How about we continue our talk? So, alone. Your friends can go without. Sounds good to me. So, Deku eyes glow, a bit red. Everyone go. Now I'll meet up with you all later. Everyone reluctantly does as he said. It's clear that nothing they say will change his mind. They got together and gone off. Now then, we are alone. Let's get down to business. My employer is willing to make a deal with you on set, and I will be making it on his behalf. You come with me quietly, and in return, you will no longer be under our control by the Jack program. And how the hell can I trust a bunch of killers? Because you and I are the same, no? Before I got into this line of work, I was a happy little girl. But one day a man killed my family and made me do things. They trained me and made me into what you were, a slave. Deku looks at her with sympathy. For a moment. I was a slave for them for years. Then I utterly butchered the fuckers. What? Yes, I learned how good I really was that day, and how I could use my talents to make a living. But it became useless for the money, and became more about the enjoyment. But that lost its purpose too. I actually started to sympathize with my targets because they had a cause worth dying for. That's until he came along and gave me one. So, you see, we are not so different, you and I. Two slaves who carve their own paths with the skills our owners give us. But now your owner is willing to meet you as an equal. What do you say, Jack? Will you join him? No dice. That's a shame. I'll have to do this by force then. Removes her coat and took one of the Geku's arms and rips it off. So, and connects them together. This sends a signal to the rest of the room to connect to her. They climb on her and rip off their own arms and plug them up to her. She also took another few arms into the 2 existing arms she had already, making herself a staff. And at the staff were 2 knives. Let's dance. Deku has his sword ready as he dashes towards her, but several of the operational geckos try to stop him, but he cut right through them, like a hot knife through warm butter. He slashes down, but Mistral parries, pushing him back with a swing of her staff. He leans backwards with the knife grazing his chin. Mistral made her staff into a whip and grabbed him by the leg as she was pulling it back. She then flings him up into the ceiling. He lands on one of the beams, and Mistral goes up to the same to continue the fight. Mistral goes for a stab with her staff, but Deku parries an attack and going for the weak spot in the staff, the middle, breaking it and leaving her defenseless. He seizes out an opening and goes for a slash, but the gecko jumps on his back, holding him off as she makes herself a new staff, fast. Deku grabs a gecko and throws it at her. She jumps up, shoving up, using her whip onto a beam and pulling herself downwards, hitting him. Deku avoids and jumps after her. She, however, predicted this and uses her whip to pull herself up, planting her feet into his stomach, busting the upper walls of the ceiling, and going to the next floor. Deku jumps back on his own feet and looks around for Mistral in the room. Where are you? As he said this, Mistral was behind him, ready to strike. But Deku parries the attack and activates blade mode, starting to slice her up into pieces. In an instant, Mistral saw her life flash before her eyes. The moment she met Armstrong, the moment that she became what she was, the moment when she found who she was meant to be. And in one kick, Deku sent all her pieces flying. Deku threw the blade out a bit, making the blood that was on it fly off and sheathing the blade. Mistral, you got the device, where are you? Deku sees an earpiece on the ground and takes it in about 1,000,000 pieces. Huh? Who is this? What are you talking about? You might know me as what she called me, Jack the Ripper. But nowadays I prefer Raiden. So you're the one she was after. Yeah, and emphasize on was. That's it. I'm gonna kill you and all your little friends. The comms turned off. After a few seconds, Deku felt the tower shake as metal beams starts to shift. Shit, Doctor, what's going on? From satellite images, by the looks of it, something is forming on top of the tower. Could you give me quickest route there? Route has been sent. Thank you. Deku started to run at full speed. Deku made his way up to see everyone from 1A and All Might fighting Wolfram, who is ripping the tower apart, trying to kill them. Doctor, can you give me an analyzation of his quirk? Can do. Oh, Raiden, this is not good. Say, he's a very good match to you. What? Why? His quirk is metal manipulation. Last time I checked, your on an artificial island covered in metal, and your body is mostly too. Shit, what's my options? Well, you can do two things. Run and let the others handle it, or two, try and fight the man whose power is controlling the substance you're covered up of. Or a third option is you could be a distraction for either Melissa or All Might. Try to take him out and hopefully you don't die. Well, the first one is definitely not happening. And the second one I can't really see much. So, third option it is. As Deku said that, the pillar tries to hit him. But Melissa lands in front of him and smashes it. Then Deku draws out his blade and rushes at Wolfram, running up the pillar closer to him to get to Wolfram. But when Deku got close enough, he suddenly got stopped in his tracks and levitated up. What's this? A man almost completely metal? Yeah, and I'm guessing you're one Mistral little plaything was? What did you say? Deku, Wolfram starts to twist and crush Deku's robotic limbs. You heard me. Before I killed her, she told me about her little scheme. Wait, so you're Raiden. I'm gonna enjoy doing this. Wolfram crushes all of Deku's limbs and starts to rip them apart. But with him completely focused on Deku, Melissa and All Might was able to quickly catch up and beat Wolfram. This releases Deku as he falls down. The giant metal monster known as Wolfram was stopped and was destroyed. And after that, Deku was on the ground missing his limbs. That actually work? It seems so, but your limbs are destroyed again, my friend. And lost some blood as well. Otherwise, you are fine. Alright. Raiden! Hey, Melissa. Before he could finish, Melissa bonked someone in the head. You idiot! Ow, what was that for? Just for finding the guy who could control metal, and also for getting your limbs destroyed again. There's so much fixing I need to do to you again. Well, it was part of the plan to distract him. So I'd say missing success. Yeah. And what if he killed you, then what? We could have lost you, Raiden. I'm sorry. I'll fix you up as soon as I got extra parts. In case. So don't break yourself again. Got it? Alright. You have to wait. We're gonna have to talk with my father about what his research did and what Sam did to cause all this mess. I see. Melissa walks off to do with David and Sam, mainly by yelling at them, and eventually was able to fix Deku up. Everyone was sent back to UA. The whole time Deku was thinking he killed Mistral. For some reason, he didn't feel any different about it. He didn't feel guilty, he didn't have any regret, he didn't feel sad. He just nothing. That's what scares him the most. Right? That he didn't feel any different. End of this part. I hope you guys enjoyed. Cyber out. And happy Thanksgiving from me to you, even from Raiden.